A subscriber called AlexGaming15 commented asking for a custom flag, but when I checked their channel, I realized I could design more. More than just a flag, nay, a whole profile picture, nay, a whole brand. Hence why I kinda ignored them for a while. So today, I'm not just gonna draw a rectangle, I'm redesigning their logo, their channel banner, and even a custom motion graphic intro. Let's see if I can turn this subscriber into a professional YouTuber. Now just to explain, what I'm doing here is brand identity, which is basically where a graphic designer does more than just a logo. They also do, in an example of a YouTube channel, they also do the banner, the watermark, the intro, the sound effects, basically what you identify with a channel. So, for example, Sundy's iconic intro, the Diamond Minecart, stuff like that. In brand identity, the first step when it comes to designing graphics like logos or banners is to pick out the perfect color combination. Well, obviously I didn't do that because it's my first time doing this, so I started with the silhouette of the logo, and since the channel is about gaming and also some other things like this history animation, which is really well made by the way, I didn't want something generic, aka just font, like every second brand out there has, so instead I went with a symbol. So my first idea is to take a PS5 controller and kind of add his initials, so AGT and the number 15 in it. You see, the trick here is readability. If I shrink this down to the size of a mobile comment, you should still be able to tell what the logo is. At least that's what I read on Google. Great, now that we have the silhouette of this logo, we need to pick out a perfect color combination. Now luckily for us, he kind of made that easier for us and narrowed it down. He used pink and blue, so all we have to do is find a color combination that has pink and blue in it that also encompasses his channel, which I would say is more lighthearted and goofy, so I guess neon colors it is. Also, that's when I came up with the bright idea to add a goofy smiley face, just to make the logo a little more interesting. Great, now that we have the logo with the actual colors, we can move on to the banner. This is the first thing people see when they click on somebody's YouTube channel. Now obviously I'm going to take the same colors from the logo, and I'm going to start with this orange and purple and creating a background pattern. Since this is a gaming channel and should be exciting and not boring, you kind of don't want a solid boring color. You kind of don't want it in general, unless you're Mr. Beast and can pull off that. And I'm placing the logo here in the center, but I'm keeping the text in the safe zone so it doesn't get cut off on mobile version. Assuming I measured it correctly. I really hope I did. If not, then I'm terribly sorry. Also, it's at this point that I remembered that YouTube banners are much taller than I thought. They're not whatever this ratio is. They're actually much taller. In fact, 16:9 or HD. And the reason for that is because of TVs. So the banner also fit on a huge TV screen. And a general rule of thumb is you put the most important part of the banner in the bit that fits on the phone, the second most important parts of your banner in the ones that fit on the monitor, and everything else, or mainly just more pattern, is what the TV is for, meaning I have to extend it. And because the pure purple kinda got boring, I also added a lot of smiley faces. goofy faces. See, one thing I've learned, or read off of Google, is a good banner connects the viewer to the content instantly. So that's why it kind of has to be exciting and not of solid color. You see, a static brand with good graphics like a logo and banner is good and all, but a moving brand is better. Right, so what I have in mind is something like his current intro, which looks like this. You know, something clear, short, straight to the point, not too complicated and too fancy. So let's try and do something like that. I feel like an intro like that would be better than something that we had back in the day with like huge ass graphics, and that is also on the shorter side because most of his videos are relatively short, and it wouldn't make sense if his intro is like 20 seconds long, which would be like a fifth of the whole video. That, and I also don't know how to do those big graphic intros, so I'm keeping it simple.
Metas a alcanzar. Siempre hay que descubrir la manera de vivir. Este lugar, esta tierra, tiene tanto que ofrecer. Tiene tanto que ofrecer. Tiene tanto que ofrecer.
Great, that should be 3 important things the channel needs: a logo, a banner, and an intro. And if we put all of it together, it should look something like this. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'd love to know, what do you think of this new content style? Do you like it, or should I just stick to making videos about flags? And don't worry, those shorts where I make custom flags for commenters aren't going anywhere. So keep commenting. Thank you and good day. Also, show them some love and go subscribe to them. And subscribe to me while you're at it.